One was the first Black producer to solely produce an Oscar-winning film. While the other is the youngest Black American playwright in Broadway history. So please welcome Lee Daniels and Jordan E. Cooper. Congratulations on the opening of Ain't No Mo on Broadway. And I have to say, I was sitting there in my pajamas, and Lee, you called me, and you was like, are you going to see my play? And I was like, I didn't know. And Lee was like, bitch, if you don't go see my Broadway show. And we went down there, a bunch of us, to see Ain't No Mo, and we couldn't stop laughing. We couldn't stop cheering. We loved you so much. So you had like the Broadway debut, the premiere, the opening. How was it last week?
It was a dream. It really was a dream. Literally, I've been writing plays and performing in them since I was 7 years old in my mom and dad's living room, and just to have them come and be with, I was like, Mama, you gotta stop, I'm crying, Mama, I gotta do a show, Mama. Like, literally, I was just in tears. I had so many family and friends and mentors there, and I can feel the ancestors that came before me just making a path and standing proudly, and I was just so overwhelmed, and it was magical. It was some Black ass stuff.
It absolutely was. Now, for our audience who is watching, and for those who are watching on the screen, can you tell us about Ain't No Mo and what it's about and why it's so magical?
Okay, first of all, I think it's the most important piece that I've ever worked on. I think it's the most important play about American history ever.
Yeah.
I think it's the most important piece of material I've ever worked on, really.
Okay.
And I think everybody has to see it. Every kid has to see it, every adult has to see it. It's about America.
It's literally about, so imagine if America gave every Black person a one-way plane ticket back to Africa. and you watch all these different people around the country decide whether or not they're getting on the final plane out of America. And it is so absurd and so loud. It literally is one of those plays where the audience talks back. We have people dancing in the aisles and laughing. I said, you know, Broadway is usually you go sit in the dark and you watch people do a thing, but not this play.
No.
This play.
No.
Yeah, not this play.
It really is. What he has done is that he's made Broadway for Black people. Mm-hmm. Because it's not for us. Normally, I'm the only spot in the spot, Sherri.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But with this one, I feel like I'm at church.
That's what it was.
I feel like I'm at home. I feel like
it was so funny sitting there, and I was like, oh my gosh, we allowed to shout? And I was like, oh yeah, that's, you know, and I said, oh shoot, because you're not supposed to do that in Broadway, but you encourage it. And I want to congratulate you because you are the youngest Black American playwright in Broadway history.
Yeah.
Jordan! Look at you! What? Now you got to, because you look like you're looking for your college classes right now. What does that feel like?
It's amazing. You know, I've been telling people, I've been trying not to think about it because I'm so focused on the work and getting the work right. But it's just something, it's something that I cannot describe. I never would have imagined. Let alone this play. This isn't even a play that I thought people would produce because it was so raw and it was not traditional American theater, you know what I mean? And to think that something this loud and this Black and this bold can be on Broadway and that it's made me the youngest Broadway, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Here's the thing. I saw Dreamgirls when I was 19 years old. I stole my mother's car, and I was 19. I went to New York, and I saw Dreamgirls, and not since then have I felt this.
You saw when you were.
I knew there was no. Not since then had I felt this, and it will affect. Somebody else needed to steal their mother's car to come see this.
We're not condoning stealing your mother's car.
Don't steal your mother's car. You're going to get your ass beat.
Okay? But if you think you're going to be somebody, maybe steal your mother's car. But Lee, you know, it's so funny because you're the first Black American playwright. This is your first Broadway show. Do you think
my last.
No,
It's really the hardest thing I've ever done. But I said that when I did Precious. I said, that's my last movie.
And you didn't stop.
I know.
So
and I said that when I did Empire, because I didn't know I was doing that.
You did Empire.
That's my last television show. I did it because it was, I did it because Jordan's voice, it spoke to my spirit. It spoke to the culture. I know, if you love Precious, if you love Empire, if you love The Butler, you're gonna flip over this.
Yes, you will.
You're gonna do black flips over this. Yeah.
No, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to Lee for using his access and using his power to push this story forward and to lay it inside of me. Because people, you know, usually you don't know people are crazy, especially in Hollywood. You know, You're like, okay, what you want? Because it ain't what's going. Like, we can fight, But he literally just said, no, I just want to help you. Just do your thing. Just push. Just do your thing. And he's teaching me how to do it for the next generation. So I'm grateful.
That's the one thing I do have to say about someone like Lee Daniels. If you call him, if you're lucky enough to have his number on your phone, and you call Lee Daniels and you say, I have an idea, he will listen. Yeah. He will listen, and if it's anything that he's interested in, he's there for you.
Sherri, how much fun did we have on that movie?
On Precious? Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I'm so... Why you never cast me in any of your other projects?
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. I did have something with you and Lenny Kravitz. Okay, wait, stop it. Stop it. You didn't want to get naked. You didn't want to get naked.
Y'all, you didn't hear him. He had a project with Lenny Kravitz and me, and I would have had to have sex. Lenny was supposed to be throwing me all up against the wall. I'll take it. I'll take the role now. No, and I love you for that, Lee, giving people a chance, because you thought, Jordan, that it was not going to be produced.
Yeah. I never thought that something this crazy. It's literally all Black people getting on a plane going back to Africa. And I play this flight attendant drag queen named Peaches who gets everybody.
And you were amazing as Peaches.
Thank you.
Jordan, it was the vignettes on the show on the Broadway show were so good, and I love it that you have heavy hitters who believe in you, who are helping you out, who are producing. Lena Waithe, Gabrielle Union, RuPaul. How do you feel about all of these folks coming in behind you?
It is literally, I feel like I have the Avengers of Black Hollywood behind me. It's so dope because, you know, why I wanted them involved and why I'm so grateful for Lee and Gabby and Lena and Ru is because, like Lee was saying, Broadway isn't always for us. We don't, and not because we can't afford it, but because we don't always see our name on the door. Yeah. We don't always feel welcome. Yeah. And I wanted to have people in charge who made people who follow them feel welcome. Because it's like, no, baby, this is our house too, and we're gonna have a good time.
Sherri.
And we're gonna have a good time.
It's like, you know what it is for me? It's like my nephews would rather spend $250 on a pair of Nike sneakers than go to Broadway. This changes the game, because we here.
Yes.
We are here. We here.
It's so funny watching you two. Because you're like Lee, the mentor, Jordan, you're the mentee. How has it been just with this partnership?
Well, for me, it's about, I realized that it's not about me anymore. You know, forever it was about getting to the top. And I realized, oh my God, okay, now it's about passing it on. It's about passing. There were no Black filmmakers that I could look up to. I sort of came along pre-Spike Lee. Yeah. So there weren't any Black filmmakers, let alone gay Black filmmakers. You know? Yeah. So there was nobody, I was alone. And so he is not. He will never be.
Jordan and Lee Daniels, I'm so excited you said yes to coming on. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for giving us this experience. on Broadway.
And I want to thank you for bringing joy into my living room every morning.
Yes. Oh my God.
Pure joy. Pure joy. I told you my coffee don't taste right unless Sherri on my TV.
Yo, for more info on Ain't No Mo, go to sherryshowtv.com.